Well, good evening or whatever time you're going to watch this, viewer. A bit tired today because I've been doing something which Lloyd Evans doesn't know exists. It's called work, spelled W-O-R-K, in case you're listening, you work-shy lazy bastard. And that means you actually go and do something which brings in enough money at the end of the month that you're able to pay like the rest of us, like household bills, keep a car on the road, keep a roof over your head, keep food on your plate, and maybe afford a few treats. So I've been standing up for most of my 8 hours today, and it's day one of 4 days to go. But that's something called work, spelled W-O-R-K, Lloyd Evans, if you want to Google it or look it up, because he obviously he has no concept of the fact of what work's all about. The fact that that video went up called Things Are Bad shows how things are so bad. The fact that he's having to beg people who actually do something called work to actually sponge money off them so he doesn't have to do work, and at the same time guilt trip people into thinking that unless they pay him, that literally lives are going to be lost. Literally lives are going to be lost unless we pay this useless lump of lard to produce his content. Now let's think about it. I've been working to the whole premise of his last video was because of not even working, but because of having to lose T-ball and guilt tripping us into still providing money for the family, for his wife. That he'd only be able to do 3 or 4 videos a month, which is 1 a week. Tell me, for the love of God, what is he doing for the rest of the day? Because he doesn't work. W-O-R-K. He doesn't work. So what is he doing for the rest of the time? What is he doing for the rest of the time that he can only produce 1 video a week? Or maybe 3 a month, which is less than 1 video a week. What's he actually doing? Maybe it's because he's flouting off to one country after another country. Maybe because he's visiting prostitutes. Maybe it's because he's spending time getting his hair dyed. Maybe it's because he's going to fitness gyms. Maybe it's because he's arranging social events. Maybe that's why he doesn't have the time to do a video every day, because he's spending all this time doing all the things that other people are allowing him to do, because people are so fucking stupid. They're paying this useless arsehole all this money. However, for some strange reason, they don't see it in that way, and it is truly disturbing in so many ways that my head is actually exploding, to be honest with you. It's odd because I've worked today 8 hours and yet I'm doing a video. So surely, Lloyd, it's possible to do a day's work and in the evening just do a video about something that you want to talk about. You could do a video at least a night, at least 1 a week on his 2 days off, because most people work 5 days, got 2 days off, and still work. But apparently this useless, lazy arsehole is guilt-tripping to people, saying lives are literally going to be lost because I will not be able to churn out my life-saving content because not because I'm going to have to work obviously, but because I'm going to have to let T-Ball go, and without T-Ball, editing the fact that I've just didn't come over too well, or I misspoke, or I pronounced a word wrong, or I got a bit muddled. Heck, literally, I don't have T-Ball. I do all of those things, and yeah, I still just put it out there. It is what it is, and Lloyd Evans, if you're watching this, you could do the same. You could do an honest day's work and still produce some content 1 a week, or maybe 2 a week on the 2 days that you're off. Don't edit it, don't fine hone it, don't do all the shit that you do. Just be yourself. If you make a mistake, I'm sure that your little cult followers will accept that you're actually appearing for the first time in your life as the genuine article. But anyway, there's a thread on Lloyd Evans called "It's been a long 9 years, Lloyd Evans." Actually, now she should be called "It's been a long 10 years, Lloyd Evans." And I've literally, as we know, I took a total break from this because it was getting me down. And I took a break from this, and because of the Things Are Bad video, I visited recently, and there was a link to a thread in Reddit. Again, I never do Reddit, and Reddit, of course, is the base that started off the whole, shit show when Kim went on and started off this thread, which I think he got removed. But by that time, literally, Kim had thrown a grenade into the Cedars channel, and it literally is still exploding. So there was this thread on it. Before I was doing something called work, that's WORK, Google it, Lloyd Evans. This morning I was just having a wee look through it while I was eating my breakfast, and I was absolutely shocked by some of the comments on it. I'll read some of them for you right now, because literally I think a fifth of the comments were supportive of the useless bastard, and four-fifths were people saying that he is a useless bastard. So anyway, we'll go on to a few of these. These are the positive ones. So I kindly minded this one. Anyway, based on this thread, it appears he may be accurate. There seems to be a lot of bashing going on. At least it's not bishop bashing. There seems to be a lot of bashing going on. I mean, how many of you guys, I'm sure he does bash the bishop, to be honest with you, how many of you guys have quoted scriptures in your head about not judging others when people were passing judgment on you? Well, I think since leaving the witnesses, none. Anyway, I digress. Honestly, his videos, his interviews, and his content in general has helped thousands of people. Many of them were inspired by him, and he gave them courage to start creating their own content. Well, that is true. I've been in and out, sadly. I don't understand people in and out, but I've been in and out, mostly out of the org. Mostly out of the org? How does that work? I'm confused. Since I was 18, honestly, if you make a decision, just make a decision and stand by your decision. His channel helped me to realise that my thoughts were well-founded and I wasn't crazy. Well, actually, I didn't need the Lloyd Evans channel to confirm that my thoughts were well-founded. I just relied on the fact that, guess what? I'm an intelligent person. I can make my own decisions without somebody else making the decisions for me. But some people don't have the courage of their own conviction to do this, so they have to rely on somebody who bleaches their hair to say, yes, you're right. But anyway, let's crack on. His channel introduced me to others like Harrison that have amazing content. I'm sorry, I don't know who Harrison is. Is it George Harrison? Go on. Me, mine. Let's see. We're all fucked up in our own ways, from the trauma we endured, and compassion, empathy and love are things that we all crave. Give the man some credit. This is ironic. Give the man some credit for owning up to his transgressions. He didn't own up to his transgressions. The fact is that Kim Silvio had to put it out there what he'd been up to for him to admit that what Kim had said was true. But did he own up? No, he didn't, because as we all know, he blamed everybody else apart from himself. So that's really, how can you give Matt somebody credit for not admitting to it in the first place, to waiting to find out and then say, yeah, these things did happen, but I'm not to blame. So sorry, I can't give credit to that, and this person completely is a complete arsehole. He says he's been in therapy. Well, we don't know that. He actually says he's been in therapy. What proof is there? People can change. Not this guy. Self-awareness is key. No, that's not happening either. So yeah, he says, I've watched his videos on and off for the last couple of years. Watched and read all of the drama while it was unfolding, and I made it. And this is bizarre. He says he watched and read all of the drama while it was unfolding. This is obviously Lloyd Gate, the further adventures of Little Lloyd. And I made a decision, this is quite staggering, to become a patron when I saw his video. So somebody actually watched his sad, I don't know if it was the video Things Are Bad. I think it's basically this is interesting. He did the Things Are Bad video, and bizarrely, I'm sad to say that I think he conned around about 60 more people to feel very sorry for him and to actually start giving money to this guy. Unbelievable. So this is what happened. So he did this thing. So he actually says here that started giving money to this guy. And he says, my decision was not based on his personal life or his personality. It was based solely on his vast knowledge, based on an immense amount of studying and research he has done. His delivery and ability to dissect JW's messaging is clear and typically spot on. So I feel as though it would be a travesty if he were no longer creating content. Yeah. That's the fact is that other people are doing exactly the same thing, have got bigger views, and are doing it without requesting money, who actually do hold down jobs. I don't know, I'm staggered. Somebody else replied to that saying his content is great and all his ex-JW distractors, which obviously would include me, are playing into the hands of the Borg. Personality politics, wake up idiots. Sorry, this is not what's happening, because obviously this guy absolutely railroaded of everybody else who was doing the similar work to him many years ago, and he got rid of the opposition. He got rid of the opposition. And somebody put underneath, it's his money, his to do with whatever he likes, go wherever he wants, whenever he wishes, spend it on prostitutes or pies. It's you. It's his, you hear, it's his. Yeah. I don't know, I think maybe somebody's taking the piss at comment, so whatever. And then somebody put up the fact that you can still buy on his merchandise store this particular t-shirt. If you have a look at it there. Hopefully you can see it. Can you see it? Yeah. See that t-shirt? How ironic. The man who put up that begging video the other day sells a t-shirt which actually says, I'm not begging, it's just talking about money. Why? Really, that face should be changed to the face of Lloyd Evans. It is irony overload. Somebody else puts in, Mandrola, you do realise every person needs to continue with pay rent to live, right? Yeah, we do. That's why we can't do something called work. Content creators like Lloyd don't have solid incomes because they are busy creating content. Really, if I can do this content after I've done a day's work, just gently chat to the camera, I don't see why he can't do it as well. It's quite simple, it really is. If I want to get somebody in, I'll interview them. Kim Silvio has people frequently in her channel. She doesn't charge, she doesn't ask for patrons. Wally doesn't ask for patrons. Kim and Mikey don't ask for patron money, yet they do exactly the same work. But apparently no, if you put videos on YouTube, it means you need to have people to pay you to do this because you've got to earn a living. Loads of people do this for free. They just shove up the videos, and they don't rely on this as a source of income because they do something called work. That's WORK, Lloyd Evans, in case you're listening. It says here, he isn't like the JWs at all because he isn't selling an ideology. Well, that's wrong because he's using the same ploys that the witnesses use. The fact he's asking, it's the same thing. The witnesses say, send us more money so we can save lives. And Evans says the same thing, send me more money so I can save lives. So, sorry it is, it's all part of the life-saving work. So it's the same ideology completely. Your comment shows you're just a hater, blah 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 blah. JW are also content creators and book publishers, give them your money. That's somebody responding. And somebody says, Madrola, I just love you, which is the person who put that comment before. Are we at the end of this? Somebody actually, common sense here, no reason why you can't work and make videos, which is probably the most sensible comment there. Somebody else puts, regardless of which YouTuber is asking for money, I personally think to myself, could I watch all those JW videos, film, compile, post? Remember, it takes time and energy. Putting out even one video a day or every other day, wouldn't it be possible, right? Wrong. I couldn't do it. I don't mind people asking. Either they get the funds or they don't. If you want to give money, feel free, your choice. I'm not going to put anyone down for their choice to give or not to give. This is our choice. Yet at the end of the day, you should not be begging. You should not be begging for the money, because then you put people in the uncomfortable position. They think, oh, I've been watching this guy, now he's asking for money, so I feel now that I should give him something, because he's playing the family card, my wife, me. I won't be able to afford trips to the gym, visiting local prostitutes, social nights, going to London for single night events, karaoke nights, open nights, going to the gym and working out on his fine honed body, and obviously bleaching every day costs a hell of a lot of money. Somebody else puts, I disagree. His content is not only accurate, but delivered in a way that the deeply indoctrinated can take in. He's the only channel I know of, other than JW Critical Thinking, that has directly woken up anyone. Funny, because I know people have said that listen to my videos, even though, as you know, it is amateur hour, that people listen to watch my videos, and it has helped them. So there you go. Sorry, chump change. You're absolutely wrong. Lots of people watch Kim and Mikey's videos as well, and everybody else has done this. It's the same thing. So let's not think that Lloyd Evans is the only person out there producing content that finally is the final decision-making process of them leaving the witnesses. As I've said before, I left the witnesses, and YouTube didn't even exist. Yep, he is a slime ball, but he is accurate and effective as a deep-running coach. That's rubbish. Also, if somebody is a slime ball, would you really want to watch them when they all of a sudden they're compromised in so many things? I don't think so. Somebody's put, he's not accurate, he simply keeps repeating the same BS, I think that may stand for bullshit, over and over again, just like the Borg. As for waking up people, as I said, he silenced pretty much everyone else in the past few years, so that's why there aren't many other channels. Wow, there you go, that really hits the nail on the head. Somebody else put, if Lloyd goes away tomorrow, nothing changes, it's like Watchtower. The world goes on. He had a good run, he fucked up, and fuck-ups can take a toll. He's now paying a price. Why the fuck he doesn't have a proper job is baffling. Wow, God, is this me who typed this comment? Actually no, but I agree with it. The video should be a secondary thing. Asking people to support your lifestyle when you are prepared to support it yourself is frankly really embarrassing. That is one of the finest comments I've ever read in relation to this guy. I'll repeat it again. Asking people to support your lifestyle when you aren't prepared to support it yourself is frankly really embarrassing. Somebody else puts, I honestly don't think he could hold down a job. I mean, a guy like him wouldn't last more than 3 months where I work. Depends what job. I'm in construction, and he wouldn't last out the first day, I reckon. Besides that, he suffers with extreme narcissism, and that doesn't work well in business environment. So that was that. And one final thing I'm going to end on here. Somebody on his YouTube channel actually put, in relation to his last video, I've forgotten the title now, what is it called? Things Are Bad, the Things Are Bad video. Somebody put up what video and defamation campaign, and therein lies a problem. I think a lot of people have come on board over the past 6 months, gone to find his content, and do not realise what the crack really is. They still think, and when he comes on defamation campaign, when you don't know what the backstory behind that, they're invested in him so far and still want to give this guy money because they think, oh, that sounds terrible. And he's done that so many times. So I think, to be honest with you, we need to have another video for those, because all my old videos, I don't think anybody watches anymore. And obviously his video is there, but you can't see it in his channel. I think we need to have a new video just entitled like Lloyd Evans and the defamation campaign, so then people on YouTube can look it up and can actually see what this was all about, what this stemmed from. So I'm going to do it. Just so people over the past, because I've been quiet, I should have kept on going, so just people over the past 7 months, or when I stopped last September. That's October, November, December, January, February, March. That's 6 months, because I kept out of this for 6 months. I think I need to just put a video in for those of the previous 6 months haven't realised what happened the 6 months prior to that, so that they can get an idea of what this defamation campaign is that he mentions in his Things Are Bad video. Because things are bad, the fact that he managed to get so many new people funding his inappropriate lifestyle, that he hasn't the ability to fund his own lifestyle and ask other people to pay for it, is awful. Now, somebody actually put on my video that I put up, the last one, why do you hate him so much? The end of the day is, I dislike the man because, well, firstly, he tried to extort money out of me and 12 other people, and also the fact, obviously, that he has become, he's behaving just like the organisation that he thought he wanted to bring down. He is exactly as bad as them. Transparency does not exist. Owning something doesn't exist. I could go on and on here, but I don't need to, because anybody watching my videos probably gets a grip of what it's about. So anybody out there saying, what's your beef with the man? It's quite simple. Watch some of my videos that I did a year ago, around about this time, and maybe you get an understand of why, not just me, but many other people have a problem, why his patrons plummeted. Because they really saw the man for what he really is. A work shy, lazy, unfaithful bastard who only looks after himself and nobody else. Anyway, it wasn't much of a rant, to be honest with you, but I just thought I'd put it out there. It was quite perky actually when thinking about the fact that I've actually done a shift today called Work. That's W-O-R-K if you want to Google it, Evans. And yeah, so there you go. There you go. Proof is in the pudding, and I have just made the pudding, and the pudding shows that you can do a video and talk about a subject that you're passionate about after putting in a shift called work. So anyway, that's it. I'm now going. I'm going to watch The Mandalorian now and an episode of Picard. Bizarrely, it's a very this is my new lifestyle, and I work every Saturday and Sunday. So my new weekends are Thursday and Friday. It's a bit odd. I forgot what day it was today. Anyway, it is. And I noticed I got a bit of the sun on my face today. And when I went to see the nurse about my leg, she said, the fact that you've got cancer of the skin shows that maybe you should be slapping on factor 50. I was thinking, oh no, so now from now on I'll put on factor 30. Because I'd rather be a bit more paler and live longer than having a great tan and then dying early. So anyway, it's there you go. Right, I'm off. Bye bye.